Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and I literally cannot fit this box in the frame. This is the Inart Joker Joaquin Phoenix 4-pack. I bought this from Lion Rock Toys. Let's take a look. Alright folks, this is the Inart Joker 4-pack. So this is the 2019 Inart Joker 4-pack, the Joaquin Phoenix one. Obviously it's released now, and it was released at the end of 2024 actually, based on the 2019 movie Joker. That is the first movie, definitely not the sequel. So like, this box is enormous. I've gone and just compared the Superman, the Inart Superman box to it. That's a standard 6 scale one. Now in fairness, the Inart Superman box is actually quite big itself, so this maybe isn't doing this scale any justice, because this box is enormous. It comes with like your standard Inart shipper, the brown shipper, which I've got rid of. Then they have the grey boxes underneath. They have the actual box. So this is the kind of the grey shipper, which I will be holding onto to protect the actual art box. Is beautiful, and this is posed next to the Inart Joker, their first figure, really, the rooted Heath Ledger one. So this is the actual box, and this is the back of the box. And I actually think the back of the box is more impressive than the front of the box. So it just says Arthur Flecker and Arthur Flecker the Fecker. Arthur Fleck, can you introduce me as Joker? Don't forget to smile. And it's a lenticular, so if you look up, I think that's incredible. It's such a nice little touch. They didn't have to do it, but they did. And what I like about this, I was going to get the 2-pack, but I said, you know what? I do think this movie is a masterpiece. As harrowing and depressing as it is, I just think it's a beautiful movie, and very well done. I really liked the interpretation, and I liked how the 4 different figures tell the story of him, his demise. His Arthur Fleck, then his work outfit, which is the hospital one, then the dancing scene where he starts to become the Joker, and then eventually when he... Apologies for quick interruption to this video. If you're watching this video right now, hit the like button, and more importantly, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel, and the support is greatly appreciated. Back to the video. Comes out of his cocoon, and that iconic, and it is iconic, that red suit scene where he's going down the steps there. Those steps are actually in New York. I didn't drive by them. I kind of sailed by them, or down the Hudson. They pointed out roughly where they were or something like that. But yeah, so this is the front of the box, Joker Deluxe version. So this is the 4-pack, you know. They did a 2-pack version as well, which comes with, I believe, Arthur Fleck, the kind of civilian look, and then the red suit, so you don't get the dancing bathroom scene, which, to be honest, it is a highlight, and you don't get the hospital Joker. Right, so as I said, there's an outer art box, which is not in this video. That is the brown one. That's gone. That's brown shipper. Then there was the grey box to protect this actual art box. So this is the actual art box. This is the front of it. It is magnetized. There are 4 layers inside this thing. Very well packaged. So there's like 2 sections. The top section has the 2 layers, and the bottom section has another 2 layers. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to call these layer 1, 2, 3, and 4, where 1 is the top layer, 4 is the bottom. As you can see there, my operation guide and that thing had shifted there on it popped out a little square place for it. Not a major thing really, but just kind of worth noting. So you have your operation guide, which you will need. Great thing they do is they give you like a guide of every single piece, numbered, and where they are in all the trays, so that you can find things and it describes them. So you've got your usual manual, you've got your usual letter that you get from Inart, you've got this kind of piece of information. I presume it's just, you know, the models and stuff like that, but it's all in Chinese, so I don't know if it's Mandarin or Catalan even. And then you have the ticket stub, which really nice touch. It comes with all the Inart figures. So like I said, I have the rooted 2-pack, the Heath Ledger 2-pack. I still love that figure. I know people are selling it and stuff like that, but no, I think it's still incredible. I've got the Superman and the Robert Pattinson Batman. So there you have it, Joker 2019, Arthur Fleck, and then a release date. So I popped the operational guide and all that stuff back in there for the purpose of this. I really want to show you the full unboxing experience. Normally in my reviews, what happens is I do a showcase. I normally take out the figure, pose it up, put it on the shelf. That's the way I like to do things. And so the pose you get is usually what's on my shelf, and you get multiple different photos and stuff like that outlining it. But in this video I took a different approach because the box was so massive, there's a lot going on. This is tray number 1. This is the top tray. So much stuff there, don't worry. By the end of this video, you will have seen every single figure, every single head sculpt, every single diorama, and every single piece of the accessories displayed. So this is tray number 1, or the top tray of 4 trays. And as you can see there, they're all wrapped up very, very carefully in kind of like, it's like a smooth plastic. The top tray obviously had lots of accessories, lots of different hands, the sign for when he's going to work and stuff like this. This is tray 2. So remember, working from top to bottom. You got the 4 different Jokers, the red suit, the Arthur Fleck, the hospital version, and then of course underneath that you'll have, okay, you've got some silica gel as well to just note that was there. It's to dry stuff out just in case there's any moisture, but just kind of noticing it was there. I see that the dancing Joker was off to the side there. Turned out to be nothing, it was just whatever way it shifted in transportation. And that thing I just pointed out there that's wrapped up on the left, that's not a body, that's actually the thing that holds the lights. We're going to talk about that later on. Alright, this is tray number 3. We're nearly at the bottom tray. Very simple, the 2 dioramas. The staircase diorama, and then of course the background, the Murray Franklin show, the kind of fake windows and stuff like that, which inevitably you're going to attach the curtains on. And finally the bottom shelf. Again, it comes with the kind of bottom part of the stair diorama and the Murray Franklin show base. And then there are the 4 head sculpts there, and they are absolutely stunning. And then you have the seat, which looks like yellow plastic. But it's so heavy. It feels like stone. It actually feels like statue. The yellow seat, the yellow cushion, and then finally the real metal support for the chair. So the way I'm doing this, I'm gonna unbox everything now. We've gone from tray 1 to 4. Now we're going back from tray 4 all the way to the top. So this is everything found in tray number 4, the bottom tray. So this little piece here, you can swap this out and you can put this in. There's a little piece with a hole in it. Basically the stairs has a little hole in it for a little calf grabber. You can see the hole there, it's just on the E of the Joker. But if you don't want that, if you're not going to use it, you can pop that out, pop that step in, and it's seamless. This is, I believe, the hospital scene, or not, this is the one I use for the dancing Joker. These are magnetic. This is the one I use for the hospital scene. I can't remember actually if I'm doing that right, but the one on the left I actually use for the dancing Joker, and the one on the right for the hospital scene. So this is the chair. Again, it's really heavy. It feels like stone. It looks like some sort of plastic, but when it's weighty. The 3 pieces: the chair, the cushion, which is separate, and then that metal part underneath. And it's resting on the base for. There's actually there's a carpet base which it's sitting on, that kind of grey and blue. It's a kind of dark blue, light blue, and grey with the squares on it. That feels really smooth. You can see I'm just actually rubbing my finger on it there. It actually feels really smooth. It's supposed to be carpet. And then of course that's on top of the light up base, which forms the bottom and back of the Murray Franklin diorama. Now, these head sculpts are incredible as well. So let's take a look at these. 4 different head sculpts. I have them Arthur Fleck, hospital Joker, dancing scene with the eyes closed, and finally red suit. They all come with rolling eyes, separate rolling eyeballs functions, or rolling eyeballs function. I think they're parallel. No, they're separate. And apart from the one that with its eyes closed, obviously, I'm so impressed by them. What I'm really impressed by as well, the rooted hair. There's a lot of product in it, but I like the styling of it. I'm literally, less is more with these. I'm not going to touch them. I really like how, like, there's no styling done in this video. That is the way that they arrived. I'm very happy with them. I don't even mess with the rolling eyes, because eventually there's going to be a pose that I'm going to need to do, and I'm going to need to move the eyes for the pose to work, and I'll mess around with the rooted hair then. But so this is now what you're looking at now is a combination of everything that comes in the bottom tray, that's tray number 4, and the second to bottom tray, tray number 3. The only exception is the lights is actually from tray number 2, but I had to have the lights there because in order to hang the curtains, the pole that the curtains hang off, they actually get slotted into the metal part that holds the lights that's found in tray number 2. So everything you're seeing here is tray number 4 or tray number 3, apart from those lights that I'm pointing at there. They're actually packeted in tray number 2 along with the 4 different bodies. But and they light up as well. The same light up function as if you have the Inart Batman, the Robert Pattinson one, the torch. Tiny little thing, the lights you press together and forms a contact point and it lights up, but unfortunately it's not going to last that long. But I do show them later on in the video lit up. Obviously behind the curtains you have the 2 windows as well. I really like the perspective on this, and if you have an IKEA Blaleeden like me, shockingly this actually fits in. Little fun fact about the Blaleedens: the middle 2 shelves, like the one that Cap is on or Boba, they're the same size. They're a little bit shorter than the top and the bottom. There's actually a little bit more space, like a centimeter more space in the top and the bottom one. So that right there, that's the Arthur Fleck on that diorama stairs. What you're looking at now is every single piece that comes in tray 4, 3 and 2. Basically the bottom 3 trays. Everything here apart from tray number 1. I actually love the way this looks. Well, obviously not with the heads off, but I would consider posing them all together in some sort of a, you know, having them all in a big diorama, like with all the 2 different diorama pieces and everything together. It's kind of like how Hot Toys displays their stuff on Secret Base. I know this is Inart, but still. So I'm just taking a look at all the stuff. I love the pop of color and the tailoring. Now these are like, I've done nothing to them. I've literally taken them out, popped them up there. I haven't even installed the heads, obviously. Very impressed by the clothing, the tailoring, the colors, the massive silly clown shoes, the way the clothes fit and sit on the bodies, and the proportions. They look a bit funny now, but the heads aren't on, obviously. But when the heads come on, it just everything comes together as you would imagine. But yeah, really impressed by the set so far. Anyway, so this is everything that is found in tray 4, 3, and 2. Yeah, a lot of colors going on as well with the outfits. Obviously, his clown and the red outfit, and then of course the curtains. Now, what you're looking at here is every single item in the Inart Joaquin Phoenix Joker 2019 4-pack. This is everything. Tray 4, 3, 2, 1, everything. All accessories, all different swap out hands, figures, sculpts, everything. Really happy with this pose, actually. Didn't take too long. And with the combination of the magnets, now the magnets, I'm not a fan of the tracks. I just think they should put a magnet in the whole thing. Maybe there's a reason why they don't, but I'm a fan of the magnetic bases. I like this seamless look. I don't like crotch grabbers and stuff like that. But yeah, I think they need to sort that. But that pose there, he's just basically freestanding combination of the magnets and the huge boots. So this is the Arthur Fleck, his kind of regular look before he descends into madness. And you can see it there. There's a little piece that I'm not using. Then there's of course the calf grabber. You just saw the everything must go sign. So this is kind of, I suppose, a piece of, this is the Joker that I think a lot of people want, the red suit one, and a lot of people are delighted that Hot Toys came out with that artisan or sculpted version. They can get that single, and of course I did have a weightless conversion on it, but because I have this I don't need it, and Eddie Money Mendez is going to get that, so shout out to Eddie. He's even getting shout outs in videos now. And I think this is a piece that you're going to see a lot of the hospital joke parted out. I'm not going to part out mine. I quite like it. But this dancing version from the bathroom scene, I think a lot of people are going to hang on to this, and a lot of people we're probably going to see posts looking for that. I really like that pose as well. Actually, like all the poses here. Now, I didn't spend that much time on these. I just threw them together basically. But I'll show you close-ups of all these later on. So, you've got the Everything Must Go sign. You have a paper bag, which for Arthur, and it's actually, I believe it's wired. I think that's actually wired. The actual handles are wired. You've got the photo of the Thomas Wayne, and there's the card explaining his laughter condition. You can see his diary on the right and a pen. But yeah, these tiny little details, you didn't have to do that, but I'm glad they did. You can have him holding the card if you want. You got the magic wand, 2 versions. The just regular thing that looks like a wand, and of course you got the flowers. You're going to have to bear with me here because I have the camera holding in one hand, my right hand, and I'm trying to open up these tiny pages in the left hand. But there is, you can read it, there's just tiny little scribbling and then writing and diagrams and stuff like that. Just trying to actually open it up. See the pill bottles in the background there, there's 4 in total, some with pills, some with lids, some without. Really struggling here to open this up with one hand. But there you go. You maybe can't read that there, but you, sure enough, if you flick through it, you can read little parts of it, and there's kind of inappropriate diagrams and stuff like that, and pictures that he's kind of stuck in there, I suppose. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. It's just a little tiny little marker. It's kind of hard to focus here, but yeah, so it's just the attention to detail that Inart provides. They don't have to do these things, but it's like, I'm glad that they do. Just looking at more accessories, you can see obviously the wand, the normal wand in a neutral position, and the wand with the fake flowers popping out. These are hands for the they're for the Joker for the hospital version, but you can actually take off the coat and put the gloves on, and he's spinning the sign from that scene. So many different hands. You've got fist hands, relaxed hands, cigarette smoking hands. You've got 2 different hands for holding bags, because you might have one of your figures, the Arthur Fleck, holding the paper bag, and then another figure like me, the dancing scene version, holding the kind of plaid duffel bag. We got this mask that was played a big role in the movie. So many different hands. Gesturing hands, dancing hands, hands for holding things, hands for holding the gun, cigarettes. You've got that little fake nose and that little tiny little funny hat as well. The clip says Doctor of Laughter, I believe. I have that actually on the base. You can't see it here, but he's actually on the top shelf there. The hospital one, and the little clip is on the base. But that's everything that you get in this box, and it's substantial. It's expensive, but I think the value is there if you break it all down. So the final thing we're going to do now, by the way, look, there's so much here. This is a different style. This is a different style. I actually like this style of review, but I kind of miss the start where I showcase and take some photos. So what I'm going to do is, I can see why Dean Knight, shout out to Dean Knight, his showcase videos and his Ox Unboxing review, incredible for this figure, especially the photography one. And I understand why he broke things up into 4 different reviews. I am going to come back and take photos of these and just put them to music, because I really want to showcase like the details and the sculpts and the rooted hair and the tailoring and the clothes and everything. But this one is one that you're going to see being parted out a lot. I'm not going to part it out. I really like it. And I'm going between this look and him spinning the sign. I'm going to, inevitably switch out the coat and put on the gloved hands, because in the hospital he didn't have the hands on. That's why, sorry, he didn't have the gloves on. That's why his normal hands out. But even the patch there, that kind of patch on the clothes and the socks and the huge comically oversized clown boots. Yeah, really, it's hard to find negatives about the set. I'll be honest. I mean, I suppose the magnetic bases, I love magnetic bases. I like it, but I think they need to, I don't particularly like those tracks. I think it should be just a thin magnet throughout the whole surface, but maybe there's a reason they can't do that. I did notice that the bottom of the stairs diorama, there's like a layer, like a kind of a plastic seal in the bottom of it, and that was part of it was kind of like coming away a little bit. Yeah, they should just glue that stuff together and do it better. This is incredible. Such a simple pose as well, but I think it really works. So you have him with the gun in his left hand, with a gun holding hand obviously, and then one of the bag holding hands holding this kind of plaid duffel bag, and just a really simple kind of elegant pose. Kind of captures the desperation of the character as well, and works because his eyes closed. Obviously with the eyes closed it limits what you can do with this. Most people are probably going to have in the dancing pose. I actually quite really like this. It's like he's just thinking about what he just did. Yeah, love the pop of that kind of yellowy mustard waistcoat as well. And even the fit of the shirt. Now you've seen the brace come in there on his right shoulder. And the hair. Like I said, I've done nothing to these. These are out of the box, rooted hair. I'm doing nothing to them until I have to eventually change the eyes. Yeah, I love the look of his hair as well. In this one, it does look like he's been running and he's sweating, and it looks all messy, and a bit of blood in the chin as well. Pretty cool. So this is Arthur Fleck, the civilian look. Even like the articulation's pretty good. Oh yeah, another little critique. I find the ankles quite loose. I did find the ankles quite loose on pretty much all of these. The magnets are very strong once you get them lined up on the right tracks where you want them, but I did find the ankles just a little tad. I'd prefer if they were stiffer. Now that being said, that Joker is above there standing on one leg, supported by just his right foot, and it's grand. This guy actually did use the little, I wanted to use the calf grabber just to see what it's like, and yeah, you can't really notice it. It kind of blends into the colour of his pants. I think they've done a great job capturing the likeness of Joaquin Phoenix there, Arthur Fleck. And he just looks drab and depressed. Even his clothes look depressing. That little depressing cardigan and hoodie. So last but not least, this is probably the star of the show. I've gone and installed the 3 AA batteries. That's another thing. I prefer if they use USB. So like the little critiques would be, keep the magnet bases but develop them, get rid of the tracks. Just put a whole magnet there so you can magnetize the entire base. Increase the strength on the ankles. Get on board with the USB things. I don't like these two little lights. I like that they light up, but this could have been done USB. You could have run wires through those poles and a USB in the back. You'd never see it. But instead they have these tiny little batteries that you basically press together and causes contact between the bulb and the battery. They're inevitably, I'd say if I left them on, I don't know how long it would take. Would it be gone in an hour? Would you even get an hour out of them? Would you get a few hours? But yeah, they're kind of not the typical easy batteries to find. They're weird looking yokes. The same battery as in the Joker for the Inart Robert Pattinson. Love the curtains though, the hanging of curtains and the kind of fake windows to emulate the Murray Franklin studio. And even the base there, like there's a nice little button at the back. It's kind of a classy like silver one-touch button, but it really should have been USB. And like they could have painted this. I would prefer they could have just painted Joker white, just and done the little dots around in silver, and it would have been just as good. I think this is kind of like light up function for the sake of light up function. That carpet again, it's funny, like the attention to detail is pretty damn good. Like I have to give them credit. Like I'm really, really happy with this. Like in fairness, like all the Inart products I got so far, while there's little nitpicks I have, overall I have to say I'm pretty blown away by them, especially like the last few months. Within the last month I've picked up the Inart Superman, the Inart Robert Pattinson Batman, and now the 4-pack. Still waiting on Dune Paul Atreides, and I ordered that day one. Don't know where that is, but coming to the end of this video, folks, I am going to do another video. I want to take a lot of photos of this, of the different head sculpts and the tailoring and close-ups of the accessory, and put them together with a bit of music and like a showcase video. But yeah, I'm very happy that this turned out. I need to go back and watch this movie again. It's a very depressing movie. It's not a movie that you watch the whole time. A little critique as well. I think the tailoring could be better on this. Like in general, I think that the tailoring and all four of them is very, very strong, but the wings on that, I know it wasn't a fitted suit, it was a bit more baggy, but I think that could sit back a little better. So yeah, it gives the impression that they're thicker than they actually are. However, when he's sitting down, you don't really notice it, to be fair. So all in all, I think the value's there. I love the sculpts, the rooted hair, the tailoring for the most part, the accessories, the attention to detail, the dioramas. I'm very happy I picked this up. I won't be parting anything out, but yeah, all good. I like the hands. The hands are incredible as well. Just even like the way he's holding the cigarette is pretty cool. And the waistcoat and the tailoring. So yeah, pretty much it. Kind of smitten with this at the moment. And the last thing there I want to talk about as well is the that chair. It looks like plastic. It's not. It's actually stone. It feels. I don't know what it is. It feels like statue stone. It's very, very heavy. But that's it, folks. Love this. Okay folks, that's the end of the video, but before I end this video, I just want to take this opportunity to give a massive shout out to Lion Rock Toys. They're the Hong Kong based reseller that sold me this particular product. They offer free worldwide shipping, they have a very user friendly website and offer excellent customer service. Now, before you buy anything, I would always suggest do your own research, buy from whomever you're comfortable with, but that's the company that sold me this particular product. Alright, so that's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, consider becoming a channel member, and follow me on Instagram and X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.